Okay. Hopefully I'm live again. Currently have it saying excellent connection. But my preview is not showing me anything. Oh, I need to be careful that I don't lose these warthogs straight away. Right, I've got absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. Place a feeding... Oh, helpfully down here it says place a feeding and water station. So, does it matter which one? I guess it doesn't matter which one. Object placement. That's the controls. Good. Yeah, don't need all that at the moment. Thank you. Let's just stick that down. Right, is that going to do the job? Is that going to give them what they need? Are you going to be happy little piggies now? You already seem to be... Oh, yeah, they definitely need food as well. Can we give them some food? Feeding stations. Oh, that is a feeding station as well as a hydration thing then, is it? Oh, that's the water. Oh, he's coming in to do it. How cool
Animals
is that?
also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely
Thanks, dude.
mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in.
Roll
That
around
bath will
in.
count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
Okay, cool. Just tell me what I need to press. Right, place an enrichment toy. That's not an enrichment toy, that looks like a bowl again. Enrichment items. Does it matter what they get? Can we give them a... Oh, there we go, mud bath. Mud bath. Cool. Can I, like, do anything? I should have read my instructions as to what I can do with that object.
Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a feral state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the Ostrich Habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Okay, my lover. Right, let's go over there. I don't know what accent that was. It sounded more Jamaican than Welsh.
Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate.
Right.
After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
I feel like there's bits come up here that's confusing me. Distract me. Barriers. Good. Right. What are we doing there, love? Pressing that. And what's this do? Okay, cool. Oh, that's nice. Nice and simple. And this makes it wider, does it? Maybe. Oh, okay. That's moving the whole wall. Add. Add. Oh, there's the gate. Duh. Right. Why is it obstructed? Oh, I see. No, I don't see it. I'm a moron. It says put it there. What have we done wrong? Done something.
Right.
There we go.
Let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches.
Cool.
I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
Got it. I'm on it. We're all over that. We're making a wall. We've got this. Yeah.
Good
Job's to do.
work.
Thank you.
Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier.
Yeah, because otherwise they'd get out and eat
You've
people.
probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the
Well,
moment.
yeah.
At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier so the guests can see in.
Okay. This is a good little
There we
tutorial
go.
because
Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on.
Right.
Because it makes them happy.
Okay.
And because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't.
Obviously.
The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point.
Okay.
Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
Done it. Thank you, lady.
All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think?
I do.
Let's get 4 of them in here.
Shall we? Where are they? Where are the ostriches? Let me at them. I need to go to this place. In there. Get all the ostriches. Why is that one 228 and that one's 101? What's this? What's wrong with this guy? No, that's the lady. It's a lady ostrich. Has he got a gammy wing or something? I don't know if I want him with a gammy wing. So we'll get him. I mean, I've got to get all of them, so I'll take the runt as well. Oh, this one's got some dodgy bits. This one's got some faulty equipment. Oh, that's all right though. So there's 3 females and 1 male. He's going to be a busy chap. Right, send those to the zoo. Good. This is their spot. So that was easier than it was last time. I feel like I did something different. Open the trade centre to place the ostriches in the zoo. I thought I just did this. Send to zoo. I feel like I just did that though, right?
While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station,
Right.
water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item.
We're all over this now.
It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Yeah, let's do that over here then. I'm remembering some of these controls. Right, so shift is up. Oh, Planet Zoo just crashed, guys. Bear with me a second. I hope I haven't lost all my progress. Please don't have lost all my progress. I shouldn't have done the uppy downy thing. I don't have an intermission screen because I'm not a good streamer. I'm a newbie. I'm a newbie streamer. I did just check actually. My intermission screens are actually Fallout 76. So not really appropriate to this. Right. Well, at least you get to see the little elephant running in, knocking down the gubbins. Right. Okay, so I can resume. Cool. And it did auto-save it. Hopefully it didn't auto-save it too far back. Let's hope that is just the one-off and not going to be something that keeps happening. We shall see. Stream is looking healthy now. Good.
All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think?
Okay, that's not
Let's
too
get
bad.
4 of them in here.
Right, get those ostriches. Adopt. So they get this little thing. Send to zoo. How did I thought I did this before. Open the trade centre. Oh, okay. There must be a way of multi-selecting in here, I'm guessing, but oh, there we go. Shift does it. All you need is a shift. Send to zoo. In they
While
go.
we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them.
Right, this is
Add
where we
a
crashed a minute ago,
suitable
so let's be a
feeding
little bit
station,
careful about this.
water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's
Those
often
different
best to place
options
things
that I
like
prefer.
enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter,
Oh,
so
a bit
guests
there.
can get a really good view of the animals.
So we'll stick these right up here. And we're not going for aesthetics at the moment, although this slightly pains me. Oh, I got some award
good to
thing.
see
Good.
The ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs.
Whoa, check that
Did
out.
you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
I achieved my bronze award.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did you do his speed camera joke?
Yeah.
Every time
Oh,
we
here we
get an
come.
ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we?
Hold
To
on,
make
I
it
just wanna
easier for
look
the
up my
keepers to
ostriches
feed
for a
the
minute,
ostriches and
lady.
hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
That's so cool, man. The way they just... Is it gonna... Are you gonna... I think you're the one with the gammy wing. Or the gammy bit, sorry. I can tell that from... Oh, no, you're just hungry. I'm not great with the camera yet, guys. I'll definitely get there. Okay, so... Facilities. This is quite good, this little intro thing. It's quite helpfully sort of pacing me through the game. Classic keeper hut. Keeper hut small. Planet zoo keeper hut small. Okay. Imaginatively named. I cannot remember, and I should remember this because I've definitely played. So that's rotating my camera. How can I not? How can I rotate? I've forgotten how to rotate. I should have read my instructions. It's not. I want to rotate this. I can rotate the camera. I just changed it. That's like on a plane, but I know there's a button. So pressing shift goes up and down. I can like put it into the floor. How do I rotate it? That's it. Oh, I'm such a noob, honestly. Okay, we might have to look in. Let's be intelligent about this and look in the controls. Controls, mouse controls, object placement controls, rotate. Oh, of course it's Z. Why would it not be Z? So Z and... Is that Z and the arrow keys? Okay. That's going to be a bit confusing to remember, but I'll get there. So press Z. Oh, bingo. And it does like snap as well, so that's kind of cool. Oh, that's easy as actually. I know there are things that you can like free place as well, so that would be...
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut
that not
can
what I'm
allow
supposed to get?
multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness.
Fair enough.
Negatively.
Negatively.
In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Shall we? Shall we though? Right, so how do we do that though, Nancy? You just say these things. There we go. Thanks.
Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So, once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
Invalid rotation. Why is it?
Lovely work.
Thank
Now
you.
the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos.
I mean, it pains me
Let's
how
get on to your
janky that
next
looks,
objective
but
then.
we'll get there.
Bengal
Just learning the
tigers.
basics.
We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
Okay, right. Tigers. Definitely want to play with the tigers. Where's that, Where's that, Nancy? Is it this? Okay. Is this what she was saying? No, this is where elephants are. Did she say tigers? I think she said tigers. Oh, here we go. I'll put the tigers in with the
Righty,
elephants.
your next job is to build a habitat. From scratch. Land, wood and concrete, I expect. So go ahead and build it. And don't forget the habitat gate.
Right.
It's always best to place the habitat gate close to the keeper
Why does this
hut.
keep coming up?
As it
It's annoying
happens, there's
me.
one quite near to the trade centre.
I don't want that up
Oh,
all the time.
and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Yeah, so I've got to do something with walls. She's... Oh, I felt like that was going to be a crash there for a second. It's running pretty smoothly. I mean, it is a little tiny bit janky every now and again. I thought I could do like a... I thought I could... Ah, there we go. Right. So you get like nodes. And I can go up and down with this. What happens if I go really low then? Will the tigers jump over it and eat the people? Oh, that's quite cool. So it shows me the height of that, 1 metre. Feels a little low though, to be honest. So let's go up again. I think I just put it down and then I can do more stuff with it after. I think that was what we just did in the last bit. So if I drag that. So this feels pretty simple. Oh, I don't need a wall there, do I? Probably. Maybe I do. Like, can I just kind of join it to this rock? No. No. Alright, let's keep it simple for now. I'm just trying to get the basics into my brain. Right, so we need some glass. Some glass. Cool. It's probably the only place I don't really need glass actually is down there where that wall is. Low. I'm not really sure. How did I just do that? Did I? Oh, that's it. Is that? I can't sort of work out what I'm doing. I keep pressing the wrong. I think that's just me being a noob though in the game and not really knowing how it works. Is that enough glass? Probably on this side we need some more. Okay, so you just sort of click the thing and then you click the bit of the wall. Right, and we need a gate. Our Welsh friend told us we needed a gate. So there's the gate.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his
Don't we all?
zoos, so we should probably make sure those
Safety
tigers can't
first.
jump out of their habitat, don't you think?
Oh.
The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode.
Double
Great.
click.
Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool. Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a minimum height of 4 meters.
Hang on, I feel like I've got a lot of instructions there, Nancy. I wasn't really following. How did I achieve the multi-select of everything? Double click. Something about double click. And then select everybody. Or select it all. Barriers. Well, I can do it all individually. What's the... So I've got to get to 4. Connect the habitat to the path. I've done that. Set boundary to 4 meters high. She said I could just double click it though. So I could do it all like that. Individually drag it up. But I'm pretty sure she said I could just like click and drag to select the whole deal. I'm not seeing how I can do that. It's not going to need these things, is it? Construction. Anybody got any ideas how I do this? Select multiple things at once. Oh, no, that's just the filter on that. No, we're building a pillar. That's not what we want to do. I can't get rid of this. I don't want to build, I want to edit. So... Okay, well maybe we have to just... Unless we just... maybe we just have to drag it all up. 4 meters is quite high though, isn't it? That's going to take ages. There's definitely obviously a better way of doing that. Oh, I've messed that one up. 4 meters. I'm just going to do it all roughly. To get it in the right place. Where's my little... Because I think that other button there... What's that do? Oh, there we go. I mean, that isn't really what she said. She said click and drag. But this will work. I mean, unless I'm just being a numpty and not working out what she was saying. But I didn't hear her say click to the left of it. Right, so now we should be able to just drag everything, right? And bringing that these ones up as well. But it's fine. It's all fine. Why has it gone red? Is that because that's too high? These... Oh. What's going on now? I don't understand what's going on now. Oh, now it's applying that change. I've taken them all up to 5. Is that alright, Nancy? I don't understand why it's red though. I feel like it's not going to accept this change. That's not... Oh, now I've got them all selected. Okay. This is... I'm starting to struggle. I'm starting to struggle. How do I... I just want to build the wall and let the tigers in. I've got some of them selected now. Oh man, this is... Did I just undo everything? I think I did. Oh. Okay. Why is it doing that? I didn't ask you to do that, game. And now I can't undo. So right click unselects them and removes them. Okay. But left click. So left click selects one at a time. There's a little train going by, that's kind of cool. Why is it doing that one as well? I'm not even selected that one. So this one and this one. This one. I think... Yeah, I'm not doing... Something's not right here. I've got such impatience as well. I'm like a child, I really am. I'm that sort of child who like smashes in their jigsaw after the 5 minutes when they can't get the pieces together. Why is it not letting me do that? Obstructed. Where's my little helpful Welsh friend when you need her? Okay, there's something just not happening. She made that sound so simple and then she just left and that was it. Get on with that now, will you? Press that. Press. Drag. Once it gets to 4 meters, it says no, you can't have it. It's not allowing me to do it up that high. I don't understand why. Oh, is it because I'm selecting... No, it's not. So that's... I think it's something to do with the pillar. No, it can't be, because now it doesn't like it. Oh, I'm baffled. Obstructed. What's it obstructed by? There's nothing there. So that height is fine, no issues. I can't just move the pillar, I have to move the wall. But it won't let me drag the wall up on both sides, it will only let me drag the wall up on one side. This is a bit annoying. Right, we're going to take the whole thing out again. I'm definitely getting like little lag spikes as well. Might just be because I'm streaming, but I'm getting, whenever I take something out, it just janks. Maybe you can see that on the stream. Right, so let's just go back to this. Okay, can I put a wall down? Bring this up to 4 meters. Yes, I can do that. And then let's pull a wall down here. Not really sure why it wants me to, why I have to press that. Or do I not have to press that? Right, we won't press that button. Maybe it was that I was doing something wrong. I keep ending up in the trees, man. Right, let's do this again. So far we're at 4 meters the whole way round, so I think it was just having it not at the right height initially. Is it going to link up onto there? Oh, that's awful. Ooh. Yeah, well, it's going to link up, that's how it's going to link up. Right, let's put some glass back in again. Clicky glass. There must be a way of doing that, guys. I think I'm just being a numpty. I mean, it must be a way of like selecting multiple things at a time. That is quite cool, though. I do find this red line that it's giving me a bit distracting. Like it's sort of a bit cluttery in my UI. But I get this is just a guide. And I'm sure if you played Planet Coaster, this is all probably, although it wouldn't have had habitats and stuff like that in Planet Coaster, so maybe not. And we'll leave that end, and we'll put a gate in. Why in the world is it bringing the wall down in order to put the gate in? That makes no sense to me. At some point we're going to give my Welsh friend what she needs, and she's going to just come back in and say good job, but at the moment we're not so there. Maybe this has to be a wall in order to put a gate in. Why is it doing that? I don't understand, love. No, lost our gate. Put the gate in. Right, gate is there. Oh, what the hell? Oh man. Right, press the gate again. That's a pillar. Right, now I don't want anything selected now. Okay, and now if I drag this up to 4 meters, I think it'd be nice if you could just like click that and add a value to it. I think we're nearly there. Is that not? Have I not done it? What did she say to do? Let's go back to our objectives. Set boundary to 4 meters high. Why is that not done? It's 4 meters, surely, all the way around. I don't understand why. What's not right now, love? I've done that. I've put the barrier to 4 meters. Okay. Replay dialogue
Now,
then.
Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think?
Yeah.
The
Definitely.
way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier.
Got it.
Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode. Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool. Now you've got all of the perimeter selected,
What barrier
you can
selection
increase
tool?
the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a minimum height of 4 meters.
There isn't a barrier selection tool. As soon as I'm in that, there's nothing else that I can do other than click the next bit of barrier. Everything is now at 4 meters. I challenge you, my little Welsh friend, to find one of these walls that is not 4 meters. I mean, they're 4.1. Is that what she's got issues with? That's pretty fiddly to get it to exactly 4. Surely it doesn't have to be exactly 4. I don't understand. I don't understand, guys. I feel like I have done everything I've been asked to do. What is your problem? It's outside of that red. Everything's joined up. Oh, is that too far out? Is that what it is? That doesn't seem right though. Oh, it's going blue. Where are you off to? I don't get it. It's 4 meters. It's 4 meters all the way round here. Let's try that again then. Just that bit there. Right, it's defaulting to 4 meters now. It's exactly 4 meters. As soon as I put the gate in, it seems to want to drop it to less than 4 meters. Which I don't really understand why it's doing that. And it doesn't seem to like... Alright, and then I want to get off of this. Barriers. No, we don't want another one in there. Double click. Drag. 2. It's so sensitive. I don't think that's my sensitivity. That is just... I mean, you should be able to just double click it and put a number in, surely. I'll bring that up again. Right, now what? I've done it. I don't know what your problem is, love. Panel too short. I don't really know what this... I don't really know what that does. That... Like, why is it... Why does it make it smaller? Smaller? I suddenly am Swedish. I get Swedish when I'm in frustration. Now it's not changing the size of the wall. I feel like my FPS has just really dropped as well. For some reason. I sort of just don't... Right. Okay, so escape gets you out. What have I done, love? Edit barrier. Save as blueprint. Oh, hang on a minute. There's like a whole load of options over here that I didn't see. Flat top and editable. Height mode. Angle snap. length. I've suddenly got everything selected again as well. Right, okay. Potentially with... No. Why won't it go up to 4? Window, glass. I'm not really sure what I've got selected here. Like, have I got the whole thing selected? Height labels, terrain relative, sea level relative. Snap to adjacent heights. This is so in depth. Settings. Window top height. What in the world? Okay. Oh man. I just find that control where it's like right click deletes it. So I want to be able to get, right, so escape brings me out of it, and escape again deselects the whole thing. And then if I click on it once, because she said click and drag. It's not click and drag. You press the escape key, that releases you from editing the barrier. If I now click on it again, a single click, I select the whole thing. If I now say edit barrier, then I've got the whole thing selected, and I think if I do... No, I'm talking nonsense. Oh, God. Oh, you're chatting shit. Right, so... Okay, maybe when I'm in this mode, can I click and drag? No. I can, if I say edit barrier, so it looks like I've got the whole thing selected now, but I actually haven't. I've just got that one bit selected again. Okay, so we've achieved nothing. Save as blueprint. I mean, I could save my amazing wall as a blueprint. I can't get past this bit, guys, until she's happy with what I've achieved. Snap the height movement tools to specific increments, but it won't let me go to 4. Height snap. Oh, well, that's just saying it's going to snap every 4. Oh, I see. That's quite clever, I guess. So it's not, I think it means, no, it doesn't actually mean that. Yeah, it does. It is snapping up to 6. I mean, that's pretty clever. So it gives you control of saying, if I actually just want to snap every 1, then it's going to go to 5.5, 6.5. I'm sort of not doing that there. This is clearly, once you get the hang of it, there's genius at work here. I can feel it. It's going to be a good game, but I just got to get my head around it. And I just don't know how to do what she wants me to do at the moment, which is pretty annoying. I feel like I've done everything she said to me to do. Set boundary to 4 meters high. That's all she has said to do.
Now,
Can I replay this again?
Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat,
Doing my
don't you
best,
think?
Nancy.
The way
Absolutely
we'll do
doing my
it
best.
is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier.
Okay.
Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode.
Well, it takes me into editing that single piece of barrier.
Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool. Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards.
There is no barrier selection tool, you crazy woman. What are you talking about? Oh, what's this? Oh man. I mean, I feel like that's a that's an issue in their tutorial. No, that's not even selected it. Oh, multi-select tool. Right. Can I... That's not selecting it, is it? That's... Click or drag. Drag to select multiple items. Right, so if I... Man, how do you get out of that? Clear. Now I don't want to be in selection mode anymore. Right, so can I now... Right. That, I think... No, so it's not this, because every time I select that, it takes me out of this edit mode. Oh, God. Alright, I mean, I've been streaming for 40 minutes here and not really achieved much at all. So, apologise. Oh, dear. I probably won't get my head around this until I've fiddled with it for a while. I do feel like she's not telling me very clearly, though. She gets to that stage and she just gives me like 10 instructions in one step. Edit barrier. I have the whole barrier selected now by the looks of it, although I don't, because it only shows me controls on this. She refers to the barrier selection tool. There is no barrier selection tool. I mean, there is obviously, but they're not. Where? It's not that. None of these things have like mouse over. Terrain, environment, animals, log, maintenance. Drag to select, control and click to add and remove. Right. So if I go into, I can't click the barrier in when I've got that thing selected. Control and click does not add more things to the barrier selection option. The only thing I can find that does this is this thing where it's like that button there, which maybe that's what she means by the barrier selection tool, but there's no... Oh, you can click and drag that. Okay, I understand. But the problem is still that I'm at 4 meters and she's not accepting the fact that I'm 4 meters.
Okay,
I
that's
did
the
it 5
habitat boundary
meters.
complete, the habitat
Unbelievable.
gate's in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
Thank God for that. Can I put you in there, Nancy, and have you sent to the tigers? Right. So let's get our tigers in. Animal at market. 5,000. So I wonder how they decide actually what... That's quite cool that they're not just the same, because there's obviously like different stats. I have heard that they're all slightly unique looking as well. And that you get like lineage and stuff, so you can get like markings and stuff on the animals, and they'll
deliver the tigers. Let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival.
So the cubs
We'll
of that
start
tiger
with the
will get the
basics.
same markings
Add a
and
suitable
things.
feeding station for them.
Okay, right.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water.
Oh
You
yeah,
should
I've
do
seen
that
this.
by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
So can I just click and add water? Calm water.
Yes, that'll do nicely.
That is pretty cool.
Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
So there's so much to this game. Look at all that terrain. So I can like sculpt the terrain and then I can add water to it. This is going to be so cool. I'm so excited for this game. This is... They're my tigers. We've got freaking tigers, guys. Check him out. Prisha. Oh. this is so cool. I mean, you just kind of want to like look at them and what are you looking at? What you see? You see a wildebeest? Oh no, that's the wrong place. The tigers don't have wildebeests anywhere near them. Oh, he's in the pool. I think I'm gonna. He's swimming. That is so cool. I literally just put that water down, so you can sculpt. That is one of the coolest things about this game. I think definitely one of the most exciting things is that they interact with the terrain like that. So I could cut. You know, I could make my own river and have them swim along it. The potential of that for cool things to do are just like endless. Right, so let's stick one of these in. One of these
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they
Right.
can hide from the guests.
Oh, this is
More
exciting bit.
likely the bad weather. Although, given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat.
I
You
wonder
can
if
either
she's
build one
speaking
from
in this
various
in this
suitable
accent
bits and
because that's what I
bobs, or, if you
chose.
like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Okay, we'll do that then. Kind of did want to build my own, but not in this stream maybe. So can this?
Oh, poor
okay.
Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat.
Right,
Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
right, gotcha.
Rightio. Click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
So they want
Okay
more
then,
long grass.
open the
and they
terrain
want more
editing
soil.
tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Just some soil. How do we make that bigger and smaller? Is that over here? Increase radius, decrease radius. Okay, so square brackets. Cool. Oh, this is so
Right then.
well done.
All animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with...
Oh, we crashed again. Alright guys, I think I'm actually going to end the stream there. I might do a bit more later on, or I might just record some videos. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I might be back. This looks so cool. I'm excited. And if you have watched, then I really appreciate it. And I know this is a bit janky, but I'll get better. Right, thank you. Bye.